Hi guys, so we're now going to look at releasing the bicep femoris, that's our hamstring, and also our adductor magnus. So we did the piriformis. So these are mainly for if we have knees bow out. Okay, you're going to do these techniques. Okay, these three. You may, if you have knees bow in and that anterior pelvic tilt, I would just do the you could do the adductor magnus, so you could just release it, that's fine, that's absolutely fine. I would definitely do the bicep femoris, because in that anterior pelt position where we've got that pelvis is dropped forward, we've got that increased lumbar curve, it's going to pull our hamstrings long, but they're going to take over the role of the glutes. Okay, so they're going to become dominant. The glutes have shut down, the hamstrings are going to take on the load. So I would definitely do the release for that anyway. So if you have knees bow in or bow out, do hamstring release. If you've got knees bow out, definitely do the piriformis and the adductor magnus, which I'm going to show you now. Okay, so we're going to start with the hamstrings. Start with the bicep femoris release. Okay, and what you guys are going to do, all right, so for our hamstring release, you're going to use these balls. Okay, you're going to need to be in a seated position. So I've just got like a little makeup stool. This is a home program, guys. This isn't a this is mainly for home use, so we've got to be a little bit, got to use a bit of ingenuity here with what we can use. But you can use a kitchen stool, anything really where you're in a knee, where your knees are in a bent position. This doesn't really work so well on foam rollers, though you could try it. I just find it just this. If we're on foam roller, we're going to have our legs extended. That can put a bit more tension through the hamstrings. It's harder for it to shut down. Whereas in this position, it's a lot easier because they're on slack and they've calmed down. So you're going to need to use a ball for this. So you can use a tennis ball if you want, or these massage balls I've got here. Any kind of round surface will do. And I'm going to use this larger ball so you guys can see. And what I'm going to do to help find where we're going, if you place your fingers just behind your knee, just at the back of your thigh, right by your knee, you should feel like a big, thick, wiry, cable-like structure. That's actually your bicep femoris tendon. Okay, all right, so not the one further up here on the side, that's your iliotibial band, but you'll feel like a divot, and then you've got this big, thick tendon. Again, if you kind of push your heel back in, if I push my heel back into that stand, into that leg chair, I can actually feel that tense up. So that's my bicep femoris tendon, my hamstring tendon. And I'm going to trace that up. Okay, try and keep a feel of it till I get about halfway up my thigh. And that's roughly where the trigger point is. And I'm going to put that ball under that portion of my thigh. Okay, now you might need to wiggle around, you might need to move the ball up and down a little bit to find it. Can be a little bit tricky sometimes, but normally that's where the trigger points tend to reside. And I might need to just move my leg inward and outward just to strum that muscle. And again, I can feel a tender spot just right there. Okay, again, my leg is just relaxing, it's not doing anything. Remember to keep yourself relaxed and calm down. Big deep breaths, big breath and breathe out if you need to. Okay, and again, I'm just going to that, just finding a point that's mildly discomfort. It's got mild discomfort, it's mildly uncomfortable. I'm just going to wait there. I'm going to hold it. Should take 30 seconds to 2 minutes for that to calm down, and then I can then move on to the next technique. So I'm about halfway up the thigh, ladies and gents. I'm not anywhere else. I don't want it right up here. It's about halfway up the length of the back of the thigh. I'm on the outside of that kind of outside portion of the back of the thigh as well. So again, find that tendon if you can, try and trace it up about halfway